Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this subscriber wanted to know, should we test women that we're dealing with? And so he gave me four, scenarios or suggestions to test women, and I'm going to read these out. I'm going to talk about, this stuff when it comes to testing women. All right, so this one, he says, you can do a coffee shop test. He says, you say to your date that you have been seeing for a few weeks, I feel like a cup of coffee. You mind if we stop in this coffee place so we can have coffee? In the conversation, you mentioned you forgot your wallet, so she'll have to cover the coffee this go round. The point is to see how your date responds to her having to blow the dust off of her purse and bring some money out for a change. Then he says, in other scenarios, you two are about to go on a date and you suggest that you two take her car. Once you get to her car, you ask her for her keys so you can drive to and from the event. If she's not willing to trust you with her car, she will not trust you to make the major decisions in the relationship. And the next thing he says, the prenup test. You have been dating this girl for a few months. You bring up the fact that one of your friends asked his girl for a prenup. You ask her about her views on a prenup. Now you sit back and see how she reacts to the idea of a prenup. This is a shit test to see how hypergamous she is. Of course, all women are hypergamous to some extent. This test can also be used for a cohabitation agreement as well. And then the last one, he says, you're at a gathering of her family. You wait until all of her family are present. You tell her loudly enough to be heard by all in front of her family to go make you a sandwich or get you a beer. Of course, you are not doing it in a way that shows you to be an asshole. This is the test of submissiveness. This is a rubber meets the road test. Is she willing to demonstrate to her family and not her? Is she willing to demonstrate to her family that you are the one that wears the pants in the family, in a relationship? Sorry. So he says, why am I bringing up this question? Simple. Women test us all the time. Shit tests are a valid strategy to weed out weak men. We should also employ shit tests to weed out bad women. I look forward to your thoughts on my question. All right. So yeah, the thing is this, it's really good to test women, right? Because you want to see, what type of chick you're dealing with, the stuff she's trying to do, what's going on in her head and all this other stuff. So you want to figure out the type of girl you're dealing with to see if you even want to keep dealing with her. Now, the only thing, I want to point to some of these examples. The only thing, though, is that, some of these situations, you might need to fine tune what's specifically going on. So, for example, let's talk about the first scenario. You said the coffee shop test, where you're saying you're in a coffee shop with this girl, and then you mention that you forgot your wallet, and to see if she's going to actually pay for the coffee or whatever, right? See, now I understand you're trying to see if she's willing to pay for stuff, right? And which is good, but what happens is that when you're testing women, sometimes you want to also see if they are the type of chicks who are going to volunteer to do things without you having to necessarily prompt them to do it. You understand? Which is a better situation. So let's say if you're at the coffee shop and y'all are, about to get coffee and shit, and y'all ordered the coffee, and then you want to see if she's going to actually pull out her wallet without you having to say anything, or pull out her purse or whatever it is, right? So that's a better way to sort of see what's going on. Like, you're not even really like engaging in that sort of way, but you're sort of seeing how she's going to do on her own, right? Another thing too is that, you could say to her, let's say I were going to get coffee and then I was going to go to the movies or something afterwards. You could be like, look, you get the coffee, I'll get the movie tickets, and then see how she responds to that. What I wouldn't suggest is for you to pretend that you forgot your wallet, because also what happens is that you want to make sure that you're always on point. Because remember, even though you're testing her, chicks are still looking at you in a certain way. So you don't want it to look like where you're the type of dude who doesn't, you're so unfocused that you forget your wallet. You understand what I'm saying? Like that looks bad on you. You see what I mean? So this is what I'm saying, where you got to fine tune some of this stuff. You understand? And Also, even the other thing, the third one, we were talking about the prenup test, where you're saying, you're dating a girl for a few months, and you bring up the prenup thing, and all this other stuff. The thing is that is you really talking about marriage and talking about that long-term commitment stuff, right? So with this situation, is there has to have been some work done before we even have this discussion, right? Because the thing is, if you're dealing with a girl, and let's say she is, your girlfriend, or becomes your girlfriend, or whatever, she still has to be groomed and trained to be your wife. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that it shouldn't even have to necessarily be a discussion. It should be, is this girl even worth being my wife? Is she doing the things that require her to be that wife, to where it's most likely we're not even going to break up anyway? And if we do break up, it's not even me asking her what she thinks. You understand? This is gonna happen, period. Like, we're gonna have a prenup. We're gonna have whatever things in place to make sure shit is supposed to be where it's at. So we don't even have to have this discussion. In this situation, all you really need to do is test her to see if she's wife material. You understand? And if she's not, then this discussion is we don't even need to have it. You understand? And then when it gets to that point, this is not even a discussion. This is what's supposed to happen. You understand? And I actually heard, like, sometimes prenups don't even matter. So you guys be careful if you're trying to get married. Anyway, so and the other scenario where you're talking about you had a family gathering, and you tell her to go get you a sandwich to see if she's submissive. My thing is that if you're at a family gathering with a chick, that most likely means that this is probably a chick who is your girl, right? So how does she become your girl if she wasn't submissive in the first place? You see what I'm saying? You should not still be testing to see if a girl is submissive if you're in a situation where the relationship has already gone this far to where you're meeting family. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. Like, the testing is great, but there's a lot of things that have to be fine-tuned and also happen before any of this stuff even occurs. You see what I mean? So a lot of times when we're talking about testing women, it's really testing them to see if they're worth taking it to the next step with you. You understand? And that could be in any part of the situation. So if I meet a girl at a bar, and I don't know this girl from nowhere, I'm testing to see how cooperative she is, right? And if she's not on some cooperative shit, if she's on some wishy-washy shit, I'm not taking her to the next step to come back to my spot. You feel what I'm saying? Or let's say I meet the girl, she's cooperative. I'm like, okay, cool. She passed that test. You come to the crib or whatever, or I go to your crib. We could do something, get something going. Next thing you know, she wants to continue to see me. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what could go down. And then as we're dating, I'm seeing if she's, on some cool submissive shit, if she's, even more cooperative, if she's consistent. And then at that point, if I'm feeling her to that point, then I can make her my girl because she's already passed those tests. So a lot of times, if you're in a situation where, like, let's say a girl is your girlfriend and you're still trying to test her to see if she's submissive, you already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to understand that you definitely should be testing these chicks, all the time to see what's really popping off. You see what I mean? And it's something that you got to consistently do. Like, the tests really never stop. You understand? So it's not anything that you necessarily got to do for every little thing or do it all the time, but it's certain things you got to continuously test because you got to continuously see the type of chick you're dealing with. You understand? And it don't end when you're married or you have a girlfriend or any of that other shit. This is why I always find people, I find it funny when people will be like, oh, the game is over when you get married, or the game is over. No, it ain't over. You understand? You still got to do this shit because your girl or your wife or whoever, right? She's basically changing every day, just like you're changing every day. You're not the same person you were yesterday. You're not going to be the same person tomorrow. All right. So there's different things that you may think, believe, feel, whatever, and the same thing for your girl. So this is why you got to, consistently be on top of your shit. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.